something just felt right. Phone blown like a tailpipe. Today's schedule airtight. I turn a short day into a long night. See you soon if you got the heart. Meet you outside Rennie Park. Hurry up if it's getting dark. We don't say much and that says a lot. Hop into that old band. Drive through that road ends.
Hello guys, it's your boy Taksh Kumar and welcome back to Explore New Everything. So today this is the episode 1 of General Knowledge with Taksh Kumar. So what are we going to do exactly in this series? Let me all tell you. So as we all go in our lives, we get through some questions which cannot be answered. So in this series we might get some your questions answered, and also we are going to look at some very, 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 very interesting questions and answers and asked questions. Let's start with them. The first question is going to be, why should we wash our hands before eating food? So, if you are a child, your mother or father will always say that wash your hands before eating and after eating. But sometimes you wonder that why should we do that? Well, your straight answer will be because of germs, they should go away. But I guess this answer is a little bit same, but in a different manner. Let's see. All around us, live bacteria, viruses, and fungi. That means everywhere around us have a bacteria, viruses, and fungi. They are present in the surroundings, but they are not visible to the naked eye. So they are everywhere in our world, but they cannot be seen by our eyes. Some of these are dangerous as they can cause diseases. That means some of these bacteria and viruses can be dangerous and then they can cause diseases like diarrhea, malaria, typhoid, etc. So we should be careful of them, right? Yeah, right. Okay. So when we eat food, these germs, which may be present in our hands, may pass into our body and cause infections. That means uh, if we didn't wash our hands by eating food, the germs might go in our body with our hands. While because if we are using hands to eat our food instead of a spoon, the bacteria which is there in our hands, we will then put the food in our mouth, right? So the hand will also dip inside the mouth a little bit. So then you will suck up a little bit bacteria, and it can cause infections to your body. That's true. And some of these infections can even be fatal. That means fatal means they can uh, they can be you can even die because of these diseases. So it is better to wash hands with soap before eating. That means so you can understand with the sentence that we should wash our hands before eating. Now you have got the answer. Now let's go to the second question. Why do we get indigestion? Indigestion is like the food which is not being able to be digested by our stomach. Let's see the answer. Indigestion is caused by eating food that does not agree with us or by emotions like worry, irritation, anger, fear, etc. That means indigestion which we have right now can be like indigestion which we have right now they get be caused by eating food that does not agree with us. That means they cannot agree with our body type or by our health like that or by our emotions like worry, irritation, anger, fear, etc. Stress can also cause it. That means stress means our head is aching because of doing a lot of hard work like that. So eating too quickly or eating too much can cause indigestion. That means if we eat too quickly without chewing our food, or if we are eating too much, that means if we are eating too much Maggie, too much pasta, or maximum too much of junk food, we will get indigestion, which is not good. So we have got the answer. Let's go to the other. Where are breadfruit trees found? Breadfruit trees are found in plenty in the South Pacific Islands. Now, these type of trees are found in the Pacific Islands. The Pacific Ocean also has some islands. They are found over there. It is also found in the West Indies, where it was introduced by Captain Bligh of HMS Bounty, and in other parts of the tropics. That means Captain Bligh of HMS Bounty. Check this out. HMS Bounty and Google, just see about it. And it was introduced in West Indies by this captain, and in other parts of the tropical islands it was introduced this type of trees. And now what? Okay, it grows up to 60 feet high, and its leaves are large and glossy green. So this tree can grow up to 60 feet height. That means tall, 60 feet tall, and the leaves are pure green in that. Breadfruit comes in two varieties, seedless and with seeds. That means this breadfruit which is there, which comes from this tree, which comes with seed or is seedless. That means it doesn't have seeds. For example, apple has seeds, of course. But papaya has a lot of seeds, and even orange have some seeds. But they are seed. This one, fruits with seed. But we can see as banana, it is the best example of seedless this one fruits. And some other fruits are there, so let us see. Okay, so seedless and with seeds. The seeds taste like chestnuts when boiled or roasted. That means the seed of the fruit, if we get it in case, it tastes like chestnuts. Chestnuts are a type of nuts when they are roasted or boiled. That means when they are boiled in a pan or they are roasted in a boiled in a this one. I don't know how to call that, but we can say one small bowl, boiled in a bowl and roasted in a big bowl or in a pan. I don't know, but it's just boiled or roasted. Okay. Breadfruit contains a lot of starch. Now, starch is the food that is been saved by the plants that are plants that are now how shall I say? Yeah, plants that are mm, uh, saved in the plants that cannot use that much um, that cannot use the food which they will get, then they will save it. Now that saved food is called as starch. Now potato has a whole lot of starch, and if I have an experiment for you all guys, take iodine and put a drop of iodine in potato and see what happens. It will happen a pretty cool effect. Okay, and but it is not actually a fruit, but it's not actually a fruit. That means the starch. Oh, wait. Actually, breadfruit is which the this one which we will get. It is not actually a fruit. Oh wow, that's. It can be boiled, baked, served with salt, butter, and syrup, or fried like potatoes. Wow, it can be done so much. Okay, so that is not the end of this video. We have another page right here. Now, as you all can see, there's another page of some more questions, three more questions. So let's see this. Why it is said that? Why is it said that an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Now, we have heard many rhymes which are saying an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So let's see in real life why an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, biting an apple is one way of dislodging food particles caught between the teeth. That means when we eat food like rice, chapati, or the food particles in them sometimes stuck in our teeth. Now, biting an apple can remove those particles. Or else, if apple wasn't there, we had to go to the doctor to remove those particles. The juice of apple also helps in fermenting undigested food. Undigested food. Okay, nice. Apples also contain vitamin C, which helps build immunity. Now coronavirus is going on, so we need immunity. So I suggest you guys having some apples, because vitamin C helps us in immunity and skin development and health, etc., etc. So I suggest you all to have some apples, one or two apples one day. Okay, so that was our answer. Okay, so I was also confused that time. Okay, why do balloon? Okay, second question. Why do balloons burst if they rise too high? Now, when your child, if a child is holding a balloon and if he leaves it into the air, it flies up to the air. Some balloons do that. It flies up to the air. Now, why does that happen? Let us have a look. Now, balloons are usually filled with a gas like helium. Now, sometimes what we do is we blow up a balloon. Now, that blow up contains like air from us. No, that is not helium. So those type of balloons don't fly up. They always be down. Now balloons which are filled with machines like balloon blower, these type of machines will be there, right? They will fill up helium in the balloon. Now helium is, okay, now let's see. Helium is lighter than air. Now helium is lighter than air, and so the balloon rises up quickly. That means if a thing is lighter than it, it will rise up quickly, right? So now heat is like helium, sorry, not heat. Helium is kind of lighter than air, so it can fly up quickly. In the higher reaches of the atmosphere, that means the atmosphere which our earth has, the higher part of the atmosphere, like for example a peak of Mount Everest is the highest reaches of higher reaches of Mount Everest, like that only. In the higher reaches of the atmosphere, the air pressure is less than the lower reaches. So now the air pressure in the upper atmosphere is less. The pressure of the air which we get is less in the higher reaches than the lower reaches. The lower reaches, that means the down part of the earth, has less air pressure. The gas, okay, sorry. Um, okay, the higher we go, the less the air pressure. That means how much ever higher we go, slowly, the air pressure will slowly come down. When the balloon rises and reaches areas of lower pressure, the gas inside the balloon begins to push outwards more forcefully. That means it will push it like pushing a car, pushing some bike, like etc. It will push so hardly and more forcefully than the air pushing in onto the external surface of the balloon. Now the internal surface means the inside part of the balloon is the helium. Now helium is pushing the balloon outward from the inner part. Now it is pushing more than the air pressure, that is pushing the balloon from the external, that means the outer part of the balloon, that is the plastic, of course. um okay. Mhm. So the balloon begins to swell and finally it bursts. That means the balloon then starts to swell and in the end, boom, it bursts. Okay, last question of the day. Where was the first canal built? It is believed that the oldest canals were built near Mandali in Iraq. There's a place called Mandali in Iraq where the first canal was built, the oldest canals, where some ruins were discovered in 1968. Okay, the canal are around 7,000 years old. Oh my, about 5000 BC. In 500 BC, the famous Persian emperor Darius the Great, that means the Persian emperor and Darius the Great, these two had a canal built to join the Red Sea to the Nile River. That means the Red Sea is there. They had to build. They had a canal built to join the Red Sea and the Nile River. The Red Sea and the Nile River canal. Um, this was the forerunner of the Suez Canal. So the name is Suez Canal. It was the forerunner. Okay, so pretty good then. So that is the end of my video, guys. Hope you like my channel. Subscribe to it. Hit the bell icon. Smash that like button. And I will see you next time in episode 2 of General Knowledge with Taksh Kumar. See ya.
Drop it.